Whenever someone asks me to describe my study abroad experience, it hits me how hard it is to sum it up. Not like I don't have anything to say about it, just that I have so much to say about it and can't quite figure out where to start. Before actually going to study abroad, whenever I would try to imagine it, it was much like trying to imagine or remember a dream. I had this concept trying to form in my head, like my brain was trying to fit puzzle pieces together, but I just couldn't quite find what I needed to make it whole. But I did know this. It was going to be amazing, fantastic, a dream come true. Nothing would go wrong. I kept thinking this until the day that arrived that the dream would come true, and of course, things did go wrong many times, but it's still an experience that I wouldn't trade for anything. The first 2 days of this experience were by far some of the most overwhelming days of my life, but well worth it. In just about 48 hours, I weighed my suitcase 1,000,001 times, said goodbye to my family, had to avoid falling asleep on an airport floor, endured the long flights, and I even rode in a train for the first time. I experienced being in an environment where everyone spoke a different language than me for the first time, and then at the end of it, I was plopped into the sea of about 70 new faces where I didn't know anyone. Like I said, overwhelming. But pretty soon, those faces became like family, and this strange new place started to feel like home. And that was just the beginning of my Sevilla experience. After that, we were quickly thrust into classes and group activities or trips. We got to meet our host families, we made new friends, we explored and inevitably got lost, and I learned so much. I learned small things like the fact that churros con chocolate are apparently eaten as breakfast, and that you aren't supposed to touch any of the fruits in the markets yourself. But I also learned big things, like how scary but also comforting traveling or exploring on your own can be, that there was so much beauty to just forgetting your phone and letting yourself get lost on the tiny streets, or how wonderful it is to experience new cultures, also scary, but always worth it. Between the trips and the classes, every day was packed with learning something new. We took trips to places in the mountains, to beautiful beaches, and even just little adventures to see the beautiful sights of Sevilla. I got to know my amazing host mom. I got to play with her grandson and laugh because his level of Spanish was even higher than mine, and he was 3. We of course ate way too many pastries, spent most of the semester searching for the perfect snack foods, made new friends, and just had the best time. Which, with a city as amazing as Sevilla, isn't hard to do. I got to experience a new culture in a way I never had before, seeing new beautiful differences and similarities every day. I got to do an amazing internship with amazing kids who taught me a lot, even if they didn't know it. I went shopping too often just to pass the time, and sounded like a crazy person in my family when I told them about days where I walked 30,000 steps like it was nothing. The biggest thing though is that I learned every single day, whether it was something about myself, about Spanish, a new way to get to a place I've been 1,000 times, finding a new snack or pastry I love, or learning something about the culture. I was always learning something, and there's something really wonderful about that. And one of the best parts of this opportunity was that I finally got to be in an environment where I could learn how to speak Spanish, which is something I've wanted to learn since I was a little girl. I may not be perfect at it, and I never will be, but studying abroad allowed me to grow and improve in a way I never actually thought I'd be able to. And it did all this while allowing me the option to travel, whether that be in Sevilla, or to an equally as beautiful place like London, or taking a bus to Portugal for the weekend. Studying abroad opened so many doors for me and taught me so much. And even though we had a unique situation and my time was cut short, I can confidently say that it was more than enough time to change me for the better. So yeah, it's really difficult to put a study abroad experience into words, but if I had to try, some of the words I know I'd use would be unforgettable, life-changing, amazing, 1,000,001 steps outside my comfort zone, a constant learning experience, and yes, a dream come true.